What's going on? This is your man John Fortune, your host of the Frustrated Fan Sports Show. And of course, when you see my man Jeremiah, you know we're going around the NFL. And Jeremiah, the hot topic today, bruh, trade deadline. Not only trade deadline, what the Jets basically did, what the Cowboys did, how the Seahawks basically bolster their receiving core, and how some teams just said, you know what? We're sorry and we're not going to do nothing about it. So let's start with the first one. Let's start with the first trade. The first big trade. Sauce Gardner to the Indianapolis Colts. What is your thoughts on that trade?
You know what? This is how I feel about trades in general. I feel if you're bottom of the league, you probably should do a trade and build towards the future. But if you like the top and you feel like you got that missing piece, because you got everything, like
Right.
the Colts already just about got everything. So Adonai Mitchell was suspendable. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you can go get Sauce Gardner for him, I think they gave up 2 first-round picks also.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, them first-round picks don't mean nothing when you got everything.
When you got everything, and there's nothing else for you to build on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only better thing they can do is go get a quarterback. But Daniel Jones doing good. But what you gonna get a Hall of Fame quarterback? You gonna cook one? But I honestly think that was one of the best trades I feel like for both teams.
Yeah.
Mainly because the Jets not going nowhere. They haven't been going nowhere. They got a high paid defensive back, and you know what I'm saying. And now you're trying to reset again. Unfortunately, you're resetting for like the 1,000th time in the last 25 years. But
yeah. I mean, it was surprising. It was definitely surprising.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. I won't expect nothing like that. I didn't. But hey, the coach said, "Hey man, what you need right now? That's gonna get Sauce Gardner over here."
And that's actually impressive. I'm gonna be honest with you. For what the Jets gave up, they came out winners. I mean, like with what I mean, to get to trade 2 of your 3 best defensive players is crazy.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? Mean, to give up Quinnen Williams and get all that first round stuff back, then to trade Sauce and get another bunch of first round stuff back.
You can do a lot with first round picks.
Man, I mean a whole hell of a lot, plus your own first round picks. You're talking about next year the Jets have 3 first round picks. That's insane. And 2 of them, if Dallas keeps losing, it's going to be very high. You know, so that and the third one is going to be something that could just fall to them. Somebody that could just fall to them. So, I mean, that was pretty crazy. Not only that, the Quinnen Williams trade to Dallas.
Yeah.
That might be actually smarter than what people think. Even though I don't think Jerry Jones is thinking like this, but a person like myself, getting Quinnen Williams kind of gives you an opportunity to go get Quincy Williams, who's his brother that's with the Jets, who's a free agent next year. So now what you do is you bolster your defense just based on proximity, because more than likely Quincy is going to want to go play with his brother again.
Yeah.
So now you get a top level linebacker, 2 top level defensive tackles in Kenny Clark and Quinnen Williams playing beside each other. You get Travion Diggs, who's probably going to be healed a little bit better come next year, along with Deron Bland. And Dallas have now rebuilt their defense in a span of during the current season for next season.
And they got a first round pick. For that. I think that Michael Parsons trade.
The Michael Parsons trade. And see,
that's next year. That first round pick kicks in.
But is that pick contentious? Is that pick where they say, well, shoot, forget it. Instead of it being our pick, that pick that we sent to the Jets will be the Green Bay pick.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. True statement. True. True.
so I mean that right there, that's a lot. That's very important. And then we saw Seattle just
Oh,
say,
that was 2027. I'm looking it up now. That was 2027 first round pick they gave up.
oh, okay.
Yeah, so yeah, they gave that to the Jets. It says the better of their two. Yeah, yeah. It said 2027 first round pick. That's what it say.
And even with that, this year and next year's draft is actually got a lot of really solid players in it.
Yeah.
Not necessarily quarterbacks, I would say, but they got a lot of solid players in this upcoming draft. This upcoming draft and the draft in 2027. Um, how about the Seattle Seahawks?
Man.
I mean, they
Man.
just destroyed the Commanders
Yep.
on Sunday Night Football with receiving. You now bolster that by bringing Rashid Shaheed in.
They
Like,
did.
to me, this shows that, and this is what I was telling people about the beefs in the NFC. Everybody was like, to hell with this. We're going to get better. Green Bay didn't do it, which they failed on that, especially
Yep.
after losing Tucker Craft.
Mm-hmm.
But, this is one of these things that it's going to be something when it comes to it. But Seattle is like, oh no, this is post Russell Wilson. We want to win one now because, again, we want to be in the mix for everything. What was your thoughts on that trade?
Hey, you know how like people they getting greedy out here, man. They getting real greedy. That's the reason why. A reason why I say they're getting greedy. I'm like they treating this like Disney and YouTube TV, man.
Right, right,
I
right,
hear just
right.
hey, like give me all my money. I'm taking all my stuff, but there's nothing wrong with it because I didn't think they were in the market of trading for another receiver.
Yeah, yeah,
I didn't think so because they got JSN, they got Cooper Cup, and now you get another 4-3 guy. You get a 4-3 guy. So now what are you going? Are you going to double team JSN? And you know what I'm saying? Or when it's time to take, what you going to do? And the way Sam Donald's been playing, he's been pretty accurate at football overall. He did have like one game where he did play a little shaky, but it's something to be said with saying, Dave, look, we trying to win now. Like we like
right.
this year, like right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm curious to see how that's gonna look.
Not only that, they gave up practically nothing. I think a
Yeah.
fourth and a fifth, or fourth and a
Yeah.
sixth, something like that.
Yep.
Like, what? For
Hey.
Rashid Shaheed? What? That's all
Yeah.
you gave up for that? Like, yo, like, I mean, at this point now, you now see that this is not a joke for a lot of teams. A lot of
Yeah.
teams are not going. You had the Eagles. The Eagles, like, this was the first time we seen Harry Roseman fail
Yeah.
before the trade deadline. I mean, the Jair Alexander trade, that made no sense. That one to me seems like he did that as a favor.
Mm-hmm.
Because John Harbaugh is his boy because he was on the Philadelphia coaching staff as the special teams coach, so
Yeah.
that seemed more like a favor thing. But
Right.
Jalen Phillips, that was actually not a bad pickup. Not the best pickup, but it wasn't a bad pickup. Like, I would have thought that they would have probably tried to go for Bradley Chubb instead,
Yeah.
but they
Yeah.
went with Jalen Phillips. Understood though, because he's kind of more of the run stopper slash pass rusher, but he's not. To me, he's not what Bradley Chubb is,
Mm-hmm.
so that was kind of a surprise to you. What else surprised you on this trade deadline day?
I tell you what, I haven't heard too much about the. I didn't hear anything about the Steelers. I didn't hear anything
Yeah,
about the Steelers because I thought they probably would went out and try to get another receiver, especially looking at how like get another like a legitimate number two receiver, like a number two receiver, like a legitimate one. Um, but that alone, they didn't make an attempt to go bolster that offense just a little bit. The defense has already been suspect, but they did have a good game this past weekend. Defense did have put up a very good game this past weekend, but they have been putting it together. So they could have bolstered that. They could have went to defense. They could have did something. But I'm not sure exactly what their draft capital is and then what they were willing to give up. And the other thing that surprised me, I thought the Dolphins probably would have I wouldn't say surprising, but I thought the Dolphins would have tried to do something with Waddle. I would have, if to me, they're going to be at the bottom of the league for at least I give them next 2 years, unless because Tyreek coming back off a serious injury next year, and I'm not sure if how long Waddle signed a contract about two years ago.
Yeah,
I'm
he
not sure.
did. Yeah, I
Yeah, I think
think,
he
in
got.
fact, I think he'll be a free agent 2027.
Oh, so, okay. So they got another season with him. They got another full season with him.
Yeah.
Man, but man, it's just that if you're at the bottom, you probably should trade. If you're at the top and you feel like you're right there, you should trade. But if you're like in the middle, like if you like that tier between the third and second tier, you right, you could be second tier easily, or you could be easily third tier. I don't think you probably should trade because it's not gonna make that big of a difference for you. That's
The,
just
the
my thoughts.
the one that surprised me, in all honesty, was the Jacoby Myers trade to
Oh,
Jacksonville. I didn't understand that.
that didn't make no sense.
Like I thought you would, like, to me, if I was Jacksonville, I would have went for a running back. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Or would have see if there was somebody. I mean, Damian, my man in the Texans, Pierce. He,
Oh
the-
yeah, yeah, yeah,
he,
yeah.
he, he,
He's a starting running back. I don't care what nobody say.
and he, no, but they're not doing anything with him.
No, they're
Like,
not.
why has nobody thought to snatch him? Which is actually like mind-boggling to me.
He had a decent
Um,
rookie year.
yeah, and what it is that the Jacoby Myers one just, and I understand that Travis Hunter is on IR right now, but if he's coming back anytime soon, that was a waste of a
That's a waste.
trade. Like, it makes no sense to do that, especially when you got guys like De'Ami Brown and a couple other guys. De'Ami Brown, and I forgot the other guy, but when you got those guys, you done basically
Washington.
overloaded
Yeah,
your receiving room. So
yeah.
now, and then you still got the Brian Thomas issue, where it's like he's still not the focal point of the offense.
He's not.
So you now have really put yourself in a terrible situation. So to me, the Jacoby Myers trade was a terrible trade. It was a
I,
very terrible trade.
I agree with you, but I also think somehow, somewhere, I feel like there's an undermine. There's another issue. I think they feel like because they don't draw plays like that for Brian Thomas. They
No,
don't do it like I expected him to have a big year compared to what he had his rookie year because he
right.
already had a big rookie year, but now he's barely seeing the ball like that. And then Trevor Lawrence is missing. But it almost say something to me is like, do they feel like he's the guy this year?
Hmm.
So what happened? Is he injured? Did he regress? I don't know. And that
Right.
almost made me think about it's like because you have exactly what you said. You got Travis Hunter. Unless they plan on putting Travis Hunter full time DB when he come back,
And,
that's
yeah.
that would be the only that'd be the only other reason I can actually see it. Unless they literally lost faith in Brian Thomas. I don't know why would they do that because his rookie year, but that's something I think of. Something that makes sense to me. Travis Hunter come back, he's DB.
Well, not only that, now Trevor Lawrence has another wide receiver he doesn't know how to throw to. Um,
And this ain't Clemson, man. This ain't Clemson, man. Because at Clemson, he had me fooled, man. He had me really fooled.
Well, I
Because
mean,
he got some good receivers, though.
but again, that's the thing. He had very good receivers and a very solid offensive line.
Yeah.
So but you know what? Even in college, he regressed as he
His senior,
eh, eh,
that
eh,
I think junior and senior, I think
junior and senior year. He really regressed those
that
two
second
years
national
straight.
championship when they lost. That second
Mm,
national championship when
mm.
he I was like, he was looking a little iffy. He was looking he had that Jameis Winston effect in
Yeah,
attack.
more like Sam Darnold. Remember Sam Darnold
Yeah,
freshman year
he
came out
came in.
running.
Yeah,
As
yeah,
the years he kept going into college, he regressed and regressed and regressed. And it's
yeah,
like the same thing happened with Trevor Lawrence. Freshman year was solid. Second year was like, okay. Third year was bad. Fourth year bad. And still
yeah.
went number one overall. It was crazy.
Hey man,
So
they picked Mitchell Trubisky third overall, so it don't
yeah,
surprise
that's true.
me.
Well, we're gonna get to these games real quick because I don't know how much we probably don't have much time, but we'll see. Uh
We'll run through 'em.
when it come down to it, I mean this past week was kind of crazy.
Yeah,
Of course for me it was devastating. Um so I'm gonna just go ahead and, man, yeah, it was a heartbreaking thing for me because when it came down to it, I'm gonna start with our game, the Commanders versus the Seahawks. Um, Jaden Daniels, dislocated elbow,
Yeah.
out, done, done for the year. It's no
Yeah,
way
that's
he's
it.
gonna come from that. It's no way he's gonna come back from that because that right there was a awful looking thing to
Look
that
bad.
injury. I mean, and
Look
like
bad.
when I saw that dislocation, I said, "Oh yeah, it's season done," because most people don't understand the nerves and the muscles building that shit back on a dislocation like that, especially when it messes with your fingers and stuff like that. It's gonna be a long road back. Seattle
Yeah.
bust our butts, and I'm not surprised. Again, I know most people on my channel on my video where I set up there and said something about it. I think it was the uniforms. Nobody's gonna have me believe anything else. I mean, anytime that they've worn them uniforms and
Hmm.
they talked about being the Redskins and all that, it has gone downhill. And you talking about they wore those uniforms. Do you understand that five different players got injured in that game? Five. If that ain't some curse type stuff,
Yeah.
you can't say nothing about that. Like, come on, five different dudes. Like, nah.
Yeah.
And two of them are now currently being marked as out. No, two of them are now marked as out for the season. Jaden is more than likely going to be the third.
Yeah. Oh
So
yeah. Yeah. It's no sense in bringing him
Luke
back at all.
McCaffrey is out for the season. Marshawn
Goddamn Luke.
Lattimore is out for the season. Both of them got ACLs. Now you're talking about Jaden
Oh,
with the
Luke got an
dislo.
ACL too.
Yeah, Luke got an ACL. So, and now you're talking about Jaden with this elbow dislocation. He's more than likely out. Like I said, in this one game, five different dudes. Trey
Yeah.
Amos got injured in the game. Quan Martin got injured in the game. So
Mm.
yeah, but yeah, we're not gonna spend too much time on that. Next is the
Yeah.
Ravens Dolphins. Ravens set up there and mollywopped the Dolphins on Thursday night. That was
Yeah.
crazy.
They did.
That was crazy. But again, it goes back to what I said. Tua goes out there and does what Tua normally does, and Mike McDaniel has to be on the opposite end of on the stick of that. So, what was your thoughts on that game?
Man, it's exactly what you said. Mollywop, but it's the Dolphins. So the Dolphins hasn't with Tua, they only put up 6 points. They put up six measly points. The Ravens, the good thing for the Ravens showing they look like the Ravens that we expect to see. That's
Mm.
exactly who they look like. Um, but there's nothing too much to say about it. This if it's a game for them to get back in the winning on the winning streak, it's the Dolphins. They build a confidence. Lamar looked good. He didn't do that much running. He was a little hesitant, you know what
No,
I'm saying, here and there.
no.
He was like, I ain't about to commit all the way. Hey, not yet. Not yet. But I think you give him a couple more weeks.
He'll be
Hey,
back in this. Yeah.
right.
Next is the game you called, Jeremiah. You called this one. The
Yeah.
Bears Bengals. You said this was going to be a good game, and I
Yeah.
dismissed it. I was like, nah, ain't no way. Man, they put on a show in Chicago. Well, was it
Yeah. It
Cincinnati?
was
I
in
think that was
Cincinnati.
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 But that was something, man. I mean, even towards the end of the game,
Yeah.
when Cincinnati ties the score up and pushes this game into overtime. What was your thoughts on this game, man?
Man, this I feel I feel bad for the Bengals offense. I feel bad for them dudes, man. Like you put up 42 points, and you put up 42 points in an NFL game. You supposed to win that game.
Right,
Like
right,
you supposed to win that game. But and the reason why I thought the matchup would be it'd be a good matchup, and I figured it'd be high scoring, but I didn't know it'd be this high scoring.
right.
I was thinking low 30s. That's what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking getting in the 40s. The reason why I say that is because the Bengals offense looked good, and then check out the Bears' history of this year. Hey, Caleb Williams when he's going against like a terrible defense, and he looks good. He's throwing back in the USC days, because he's going to make things happen that way. Because
Right.
he don't need to look at the playbook. They ain't got to run no plays. Hey, just hey, all go, all go.
Right,
No more I
right.
scramble. Y'all come back around. I get it.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I knew that the Bengals defense won't hold up. After I seen Aaron Rodgers the way he did, I
Hmm.
was like, okay. I was like the Bengals, but yeah, the Bears, man, the Bears, hey, they winning. No matter how you like it.
Yeah,
They won.
and not only that, I mean, their defense showed up. But in all honesty, both offenses was just burning those defenses. Like they were burning them. It just so happened that the Bears defense made a little bit more
Yeah,
plays than the Bengals defense did,
they
especially
had it.
coming down towards the end of the game. Like that
Yeah,
was just it was just an insane thing. Um, let's talk about the game that shocked us in this whole thing too. The Steelers Colts.
man.
That like I know the conversation is no more Indiana Jones. We've now Daniel Jones has now made an appearance. It's like
Yeah,
hey, I forgot that I threw interceptions.
yeah.
But what was your take on that?
Man, that was a shock. Now this is one of the bigger shots for me.
Right,
Because matter of fact, that I do a little side betting, and they
right,
messed up my parlay. And I was like, this is for sure. This is what happens in gambling. You get greedy. You get greedy,
right.
and you're like, hey, I can throw in an extra couple bucks here and throw in a little three-leg parlay, and
Hmm.
then it'll triple my earnings. You know what I mean? And these dudes, man, I didn't even watch like the first quarter. I just looked at the score. I was like, okay, they got time. They got time. And then next thing you know, time is out.
It was
Time is
over.
out, man. I was in shock. I mean, the Steelers did what they needed to do, and I didn't think it was even possible. Matter of fact, the Steelers would have been the last defense I'd have picked on a fantasy team this past week.
And remember me and you when I was joking about the whole thing of like, oh, you don't want to take Daniel Jones for 300 yards?
Oh yeah, he got like 290 something. He got two. Hey, listen, he got the 250. So if y'all bet on him to get 250, you got that. But 300, that's why I was like, hey, sometimes you get. Yeah, I got. That's why I said sometimes you get greedy. I got too greedy on a parlay.
Oh man. Next is the game that shocked me because it's like I don't know what the hell this team is doing. And I talked about this very thing.
Yeah.
Broncos, Texans, they come from behind for the third game in a row and win a game from from behind after being down big.
Yeah.
So what was your thoughts on that game?
Well, they lucky that CJ Stroud got hurt.
Yeah,
They
it did
because I
definitely.
because that made a big difference. The Bengals are I mean the Broncos already got a good defense.
Mhm.
And then when you throw Mills back there, matter of fact, I don't know if he should have backup role, man. I don't know. I think he need to be on a practice squad. They need to be on a practice squad on somebody's team, and then you can pick. He can be the emergency quarterback.
Right, right.
But they couldn't do anything, man. I looked at that game and I was like the Houston Texans could not do a doggone thing. I think they did. I think they tacked on 3 more points after CJ Stroud went out.
Mhm.
But after then, it was
It was
nothing.
over.
I
It
mean,
was over. Yeah.
even Denver wasn't doing that. The Texans defense stood pat for the most part.
Yeah. Yeah.
This NFL game eventually they're going to do something because Denver only scored 18 points. But
Right. Exactly.
had they had CJ Stroud, they probably had the ball a little longer. You know what I'm
And,
saying?
and that's the main thing right there because it was like the game just like yeah, CJ Stroud went out, it was over. And even with that, the Broncos started scoring late in that game. Like that's when they
Late.
really started scoring, and it was like, damn, I guess this game is done with. But they, like I said, third straight game, come back from
Third.
behind and win. That's crazy. Let's talk about yo boys.
Oh
The
yeah.
Panthers snagging the upset and putting themselves in a position to be a playoff contender this year. What do you got? What's your thoughts on that game? Rico hobbling
Hey,
came up
hey,
big.
hey. You know what? Hey, he caught Green Bay snitching. I'm gonna tell you why he caught him snitching. Because they caught them all on a RICO case and they all told on each other. He was hey, they was blaming each other. Hey, but these man, I'm not gonna lie. They gained they outgained us yardage overall, like
Mhm.
by far. But the fact of the matter is they could not produce in the red zone. They had 2 field goals and they finally got 1 touchdown.
Yeah, yeah,
But they came out short with nothing. I think twice they had a turnover and then they had turnover downs. They had a couple of turnover downs. But the defense for Carolina actually held. I guess there's like lesson learned from last week.
right.
The Bills ran all over us. This is not about to happen again. And then Bryce arm ain't that strong, so he threw that interception in the end zone. They said it was
Yeah,
the win. They said it was the win because it was like 15 mile per hour wind. out there.
Oh, okay. So
It was
yeah,
like it's
and
not
that stadium is open at the top.
right. And so they was like, all right, from that point on, hey, let's hand this ball off to Rico. Hey, look, Chuba ain't gonna play unless Rico get hurt. It's that he hits the holes whole lot harder.
Right.
Um, he gets to the point attack a whole lot quicker. Chuba's patient. Rico,
Mm.
like, I see it, I'm gone. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? As soon as I see it, I'm gone, man. But what's more surprising is the Packers offense. Packers
Yeah.
offense. Like,
What happened with Tucker? Tucker went down. That was it.
yeah, yeah, yes, right. Yep.
Tucker went down. That was it. Like at
Friendly
that
fire.
point, it just seemed like it was over. Like
Yeah.
it Tucker goes down, and you just see like them stall. Like Jonathan Jones wasn't running it. I mean,
Uh,
Jonathan Jacobs wasn't.
nah, it's
He
Josh Jacobs. Josh
Josh
Jacobs.
Jacobs. Josh Jacobs wasn't running that hard anymore.
Yeah.
And that was just it. It was over. It was over. The
Yeah.
game was done. So yeah, that was one for the shocker. And Ryan
Hey, Derrick Brown.
Fitzgerald, Ryan Fitzgerald was a guy I talked about in the draft, and I said he was the best kicker. Not only that,
Oh,
I also said
Florida
that
State.
yeah, and I said that he can kick far. Like in Florida State, he kicked a 78 yarder. It was almost
He's
close. Yeah,
78.
I mean, I'm sorry, 68. He's kicked a
Oh, I was about
68
to say
yarder.
70. I said,
Yeah,
God
yeah. No,
dang.
no, no. He kicked a 68 yarder. And but they it was almost 70 yards. And because
Yeah.
they said that the amount of distance he kicked it, he would
Yep.
have made it from 70. So that right there, like Ron Fitzgerald, like he was the
He went
one that
undrafted too.
man, look, I was sitting there, I told people he was one of my elites.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you, hey, they need to hire you up in
Man, hey,
DC, man. They
hey,
need they need to hire you.
something need to go on because our current staff ain't doing the
Hey,
job
hey,
properly.
you out here talking about kickers.
Yeah,
Hey, you
uh,
out here
uh, yeah. Talking about kickers and
and being
68
accurate.
yards, the
Yeah.
Jags Raiders, the Cam Little
Yeah.
68 yarders. Like what?
Yeah.
Like and then. We'll talk about Dallas because they tried to do it too with the little slick sales, but yeah, Jags Raiders, a game that nobody was expecting this type of offensive output in the joint. So, what was your thoughts on that?
I I thought the that Jags game, um that 68 yarder, what's his name? He's a
Cam
rookie kicker
Little,
too.
Cam Little,
He's not a rookie kicker too, right?
yeah, Cam Little,
I
yeah.
think he's I don't know if his rookie kickers
No,
coming out with his
no,
big leg.
he had the no, he might be a rookie or a second year. I think he might be second year.
Yeah, but okay, preseason. I ain't hear nothing about him until preseason. Preseason, he kicked that 70-yard field goal.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So we know he got the leg. And, I feel like he might be able to do from 71, 72 because it went clear over the crossbar. It didn't even touch
right,
the crossbar, none of that. They didn't graze it, none of that. I'm talking about from preseason. So
right.
him doing it there, oh my goodness, that's a secret weapon. But the thing is, what I did realize during this game, I noticed this game. This what you spoke about this earlier. They won't really using Brian Thomas like that. They
No,
and I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I like to know this. I want to say it's an injury because
mm,
there's no way in the world it was that big of a drop off from rookie year to
second
second
year,
year. Yeah,
right.
second year. The only person I can think of like that would have had a crucial drop off was buddy that played for the Browns. The one that was on drugs. He was hanging out with Johnny Manziel.
Oh my God, his
I
name
forgot his name.
just dropped
Josh
me.
something.
Josh Morgan, Josh Morgan,
It's-
No, Josh Gordon,
Josh Gordon. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Josh
yeah.
Gordon.
Josh Gordon. Yeah, that's the only person I can think of. That's because his own doing. Like
Yeah,
he went from 13, 14 yards one year and then just dropped off.
yeah, and he was going to be an elite level receiver.
Yeah, yeah. It would have been.
Yeah, and I mean the Raiders game. I mean they kept going back and forth. This game came down to overtime because the
Oh
Raiders
yeah.
was
Hmm.
in this game, and it was like shocking at how much they were in the game. For the first time, we saw Ashton Genty actually do something big in this game.
Yeah.
So I mean that was a shocker, especially with the Jags defense playing so well. For them to have given up that many points, that was surprising. And to the Raiders at that,
To
that
the
was
Raiders.
that was a real surprising thing. Uh,
Raiders.
Next is the ass whooping the Cardinals gave the Cowboys. That was a absolutely insane game. I mean,
Uh-huh.
like what are your thoughts on that?
All I'm saying, you see all the Cardinals receivers smiling and happy. You know? Hey, do you see where Jacoby was throwing that ball in the middle of the field?
Man,
Hey,
hey.
hey, but he better go back. I think he's out for 4 more weeks. I think he's out 4 more weeks now. He needs to go. He was the first round draft pick in baseball.
Mhm.
So so Tyler might as well go and slide back to baseball real quick and see what he can do before he fall completely off. Now I'm just joking, but no, I'm just joking. Man, the Cowboys, it shows you if the offense can't get going, the offensive line didn't hold up. Man, they don't have a shot because the defense ain't gonna hold nothing. What's his name? Diggs is out there getting burnt.
Mhm.
They
Yeah.
they 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 burnt they burnt the hole on him.
No, no,
Um,
no. It was bland.
Deron Bland, the
Bland.
Bland fell down. Oh man, he got. God dang, that's embarrassing. I ain't gonna lie to you. You on the island by yourself?
Well,
Did
not
you
only
fall
that,
down?
remember I said this. I said, hey, look, we never talk about Kyler Murray having this amazing passing game.
No.
And I said that Jacoby Brissett coming in, he may be sitting for a while,
Yep.
and magically out of nowhere, the thing that came across the tick of the day said that, yeah, we're going with Jacoby Brissett.
Yep.
We're going to
Yep.
have
Yep.
Kyler focus on his health.
Yep.
That tells you right there that that's a benching. And
Oh, 100%.
they're not saying it, but that's a benching because
Yep.
they know that their offense is way better with Jacoby throwing the ball than anything.
Uh-huh.
Remember, I said this even about when I said the thing about them making a trade for Shador, who's a better pocket passer.
Man,
I knew
they
that
need to make a
once you get the
trade.
pocket passer in there,
Yep.
especially with them wide receivers and that
Mhm.
tight end, it was going to open up, and that's exactly what happened. Too bad they don't have their running backs there, but Jacoby Brissett clearly opened it up for him, man.
He
Yeah,
definitely did.
the Cardinals put a ass whooping
Mhm.
in a game that I actually thought that the offense, the Cowboys offense, would have been high powered. No, that Cardinals defense shut it down. They did a
Yeah.
good job shutting it down. Buda Baker and all them, they really locked in. Will Johnson, he may end up somehow becoming defensive rookie of the year because he's playing well. So
Mhm.
it was big, man. I tell you, it's really, really big, man. Um, we'll do one more game. Uh, this was one that shocked, I think, you and me because I was
Uh-huh.
surprised. But again, divisional game, we should know better.
Yep.
Vikings lines. That that first, yeah, I was the one who said it. Don't trust JJ McCarthy. And he sat up there and said, okay, fine.
Yeah.
You ain't
Yeah.
gotta trust me. Cool. And he went out there and said, well, I mean, they can trust me a little bit. So he went out there and was slinging that joint.
He was.
What
He
was your
was.
thoughts on that game?
Man, I think JJ McCarthy he showed some poise because he got sacked quite a few times. He got sacked quite a few times, but he didn't put up a big numbers, but he 2 touchdowns is big enough.
Big enough. Big
Two
enough to win.
touchdowns is big enough. I think he might actually had a rushing. I don't know if he had a
Yeah,
rushing touchdown.
I
I
think he
think
had. I think no, not. Did he rush? No, I don't think he
he
rushed
did.
for him.
He had one rush touchdown. Looking it up,
Okay,
he
okay,
had
okay,
one rush
okay.
touchdown. So he accounted for 21 of you do the math, eight. My math's off. 6 short of 18. Yeah, he did 18 of the points that they scored.
Yeah,
So but what's most surprising? Detroit and the high-powered offense towards the end of the game. Hey, the Vikings was all over. I'm talking about like right towards the end of the game. That last drive, I think they had the ball last, right?
and
Well,
Dave
no, they
Montgomery,
obviously they had a chance to score. They had a
Montgomery
chance.
had that massive fumble that
Yeah.
cost them a
Oh
lot.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know
yeah.
that was huge,
Hey
and
man, they need.
I know for a fact that they want that thing back.
Yeah. Hey, listen. Hey, you need to play Gibbs. You need to play him a little more. I'm not a big fan of splitting carries so much unless
Mhm.
it worked last year.
Right.
It worked last year. But Gibbs, you don't know what play they're gonna run with him in there.
Well, but that was the problem. That was the thing, because early on they had Gibbs running the ball a lot, and they were stopping him, which
Yeah.
then made them go to Montgomery, who was
Montgomery.
running well, but then he had that massive fumble that just
Right.
caused just that they went downhill after that fumble. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
Game was over. So, yeah. Other than that, y'all, that has been me and Jeremiah's review of the games. We did miss a few games. The Patriots Falcons game, that was a pretty solid game.
Yep.
Penix was back. Drake London was back. Drake May didn't look bad. He actually is looking good, and he got. I mean, the Patriots are 7-2. Like
Yep.
that's big. That's big. So that's a shocker. And they're actually number one over the Bills in the AFC East. So that's pretty big. Of course the Chargers, Titans, we ain't gonna go into that. The other one was the Giants 49ers. We knew that was gonna have that type of
Mm-hmm.
outcome. But yeah, y'all, that is it. That has been me and Jeremiah's review of not only the trade deadline, but also the games that happened last week. Expect us back. What about Thursday? I think we probably do Thursday.
Yeah.
So expect us back for our pick'ems, where Jeremiah gives you more information on what he's going to be doing next in this upcoming pick squad. He does his parlays and his picks and his bets. Y'all keep on coming. Other than that, this has been your man John Fortune, along with my man Jeremiah Street, and this has been the Frustrated Fan Sports Show.